let's talk about Rosary. We will share a few useful tips how to pray the Rosary daily. First of all, you can just carry Rosary in your pocket, bag, or wherever you can, so you won't waste time for looking for it and you won't lack motivation to pray it. You can always grab it and start praying immediately. You can say it while you wait for someone, for classes to start, for a meal. So instead of looking at your phone, it's usually without the purpose, or playing games, checking Messenger, just pray. Even if it's like for one decade, it's still better than zero. And you can recite the Rosary while doing chores or while working out. And I find it personally very difficult to focus on few things, especially when you want to do Rosary well and meditate on it. But what I find a good solution is you can find a video to pray along, and I recommend you to see the Psalm 73 verse 28 channel, this channel, and there are a few Rosary prayers you can just follow. You can find it in the playlist Rosary, or you can find any other podcast or Rosary video that helps you focus and pray along. You can also use images and music as it's a contemplative prayer, and if you have time and you can admire a picture of Jesus or Mary, definitely I recommend doing that because it helps you focus your prayer intentions too. Definitely one of the best reasons to pray is when you are upset, because then you can pray about the situation that worries you, and especially if you know Rosary much better with the fruits, with the mysteries, you can choose one which fruits is suitable for your situation and try to find the answer, or maybe just ask God to give you the answer while you pray it. Pray while you walk and think of the people in your life. So whenever a person comes to your mind, you have problems with somebody, you have an argument with somebody, or you just feel sorry for somebody, just pray for them immediately. That's the best thing. Don't put it off for another time of the day. Just do it now. Of course, sometimes you can, but that would be very good just, to pray the Rosary now. Of course, trying to meditate on this particular mystery. And use each mystery to ask for a specific intention. This helps me too, because then I feel like I talk more with God instead of just praying. However, even if it's just praying, it's still beautiful and fruitful. But when you pray for a special intention, or even think about a situation in your life that we have just mentioned, it helps you to have this conversation, which I also spoke about in another video titled like Tips to Pray Rosary. You can check it out. And if you can't pray the whole Rosary at once, break it into parts. Of course, it's understandable. Sometimes it takes more than 20 minutes to pray one mystery, and sometimes you don't have 20 minutes at once, but you can break it up as we are speaking about. You can pray when you wait for your meal, for a friend, between classes or between work, between workouts or sets, before getting up, before going to sleep. There are so many reasons. I've counted already 7, so you would have prayed 7 mysteries, decades actually. So that's actually lovely, right? It's better than 0, so you don't have to do it at once, just steps small at the time, and say it in moments of sadness or spiritual truth. That's actually very simple, right? We should pray over everything. And the last one, which seems to be challenging, to fall asleep praying the Rosary. That sounds crazy, right? How we should be really attentive while praying. Yeah, that's right, and that's the best way to pray when you can. But sometimes, how many thoughts do we have while falling asleep? They are not always sometimes neat, right? So instead of thinking about or worrying beforehand, And even if you have already prayed the whole Rosary, just keep thinking about Rosary again, another mystery, and just try fall asleep. What I can say from my experience, sometimes I fall asleep, of course, while praying, and I just confessed that. But the priest said that the most beautiful thing is that we are faithful at what we are doing. So just keep praying the Rosary. And there is even a saint, I guess Saint Teresa, but I'm not sure and I don't want to lie. But this name comes to my mind when I think about the story, is that she used to go before Eucharist to pray the Rosary, and she used to fall asleep, but she was very persistent at what she wanted to do. So she was going, instead of falling down and falling asleep, but she kept going before the Eucharist and pray the Rosary. So please do not give up. Even if you fall asleep, the intention matters. And I just wish that falling asleep, praying the Rosary, we can have wonderful dreams about God and Mother Mary.